everybody. So I just got back from watching the latest Illumination film called Sing, and this is the last mainstream animated film of the year. It was really cool. They had a special, it's not actually being released until December 21st, but they had a special screening for Black Friday, world-weary Black Friday shoppers. This is what they said on Saturday. And so it was really fun. Like a month early, we got to see the movie, and you know, I had pretty low expectations going into this. I mean, not that big of an Illumination fan, and the trailers weren't all that good, and I was just worried it was going to be just a bunch of cover songs and just kind of a bunch of cliches and stereotypes. And I ended up kind of enjoying myself and thought it was an entertaining little film. It definitely, the story is pretty tired, and it gets kind of boring in the middle of it, but the setup actually had more sort of heart. When you get to know the characters, were actually pretty good. You get to know sort of these characters that are auditioning for this show, and you get to sort of hear a little bit of their story. And I liked the fact that it wasn't just sort of young kind of ingenues, it wasn't just sort of young hopeful singers, it was all these different types of life. So of course it's animals, but yeah, I liked the fact that they had basically like a stay-at-home mom type, with you know, tons of kids. They had a son who doesn't want to be in the gang with his dad. They had a kind of they had a quick talking kind of Frank Sinatra like little mouse that was funny. They had a elephant character that was super shy and awkward, which I think a lot of people can relate to. She knows she has talent, but she's so scared. So I liked her. There were a lot of characters that I actually really liked, and there were a lot of jokes I thought that worked. Laughed quite a bit, especially in the beginning and in the end. And you know, it's a classic tired storyline of save the theater, save the school, save the farm, save the whatever. And you have that here with Buster Moon, the Matthew McConaughey character, and he's a koala. And the only thing I think is strange about him being a koala is that you would think he'd have an Australian accent, because koalas are from Australia, so that was a little bit weird. But anyway, so he's this koala, and he always wanted to have this theater. It was his big dream. His father helped him to be able to start the theater, but he's never been able to make it a success. It's a very tired premise, but he still managed to wring some heart from it, some nice execution from it, and I just liked the characters quite a bit. I enjoyed particularly Rosita. She was my favorite. I had a feeling going into it that she would be my favorite. She's voiced by Reese Witherspoon, and I think anybody can just sort of relate as an adult. I think they'll be able to relate to just being sort of ignored and not taken seriously and just sort of in a routine, because her husband's not like a bad guy. He's just really tired, and he's tired from work and everything, and so he doesn't give her the attention that she deserves. And I thought that was really lovely scene with her dancing in the supermarket. I thought that was really sweet. And I don't know, just a lot of nice, sweet little moments between it, and a lot of jokes that I thought were funny. And I really actually liked the songs, believe it or not. I didn't really like the audition songs, because they say there's like 85 songs or something like this in this. Most of those are very brief, like very brief. They just boom in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And but the actual like reel where you hear like verses and you hear a whole song are really well done, and they're really well sung, and because they're characters I cared about that were singing, and a lot of times they brought these vulnerabilities and these things to the performance itself. So that made it like the elephant character, you know, you saw how nervous she was, so she would sing, it actually meant something. Or the porcupine character, who is used to being forced to be a background singer, and I thought that, so her song actually kind of meant something to me. And you've got the character voiced by Taron Egerton, the gorilla, that his character, when he would sing, it actually meant something. And so I actually thought the songs worked much better than I thought they would. I'm gonna have my biggest critique for this film are two things. First, like I said, it does have a somewhat tired premise, but it does get kind of boring in the middle, and I sort of start to lose interest. And also, my biggest problem with this movie is that I think it was in very poor taste to have all of the gangsters in the Taron Egerton, in that to have them all be black, because not only are they gorillas, but Also, they have a whole bunch of they have a whole bunch of brown bears that are also part of like an opposing gang. And to me, that was kind of not good. I didn't like it. It just reinforces this stereotype of I think of sort of black people, that there are plenty of other cultures and races that are involved in criminal activity and involved in gangs. We don't need to have that sort of reinforced even subtly in our animated film, because even a movie like Zootopia, you had polar bears and you had Mr. Big, who was definitely an Italian character, but he was just one character, and then there were lots of other types involved in his criminal enterprises. And so I think it was a little bit better in that regard. Whereas this, it was like the gangs were all somehow black or brown. And I didn't really like that. So that's my biggest critique. I think that was a mistake on their part. Should have just had it be a gang with lots of different kinds of people. Like they did in Secret Life of Pets. The gang in there is all these different, there's a crocodile, there's a bunny, there's a, whatever. And that I think was much better. So, but otherwise, I really did enjoy it. I thought it was super funny. I thought it had heart. I really liked the characters. I really just got into their story, and by the end, I just left feeling really good about it. So I don't know what other people will think about it, but I definitely would give it like a solid B+. So let me know what you think when you get to see Sing, and thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!